What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to the MaddenBallerz YouTube channel and our Georgia State Dynasty. We are in year 3 off season here, and sorry this one's a little late. My wife had surgery last Friday, so I've been taking care of her for the past week. But we're looking through some award winners here. You see Tanner Strickland there, got Best Lineman Award there, the Lombardi Trophy. Joseph Peterson here almost won the Best Linebacker Trophy. I don't see why he didn't with those stats that he had. Kyle Gary third for the Best Safety, I believe, the Thorpe Award there. Now we are going to go ahead and look through some stats for the season. You see David Reynolds, our primary passer here, almost 2,000 yards passing on the year. He did have more interceptions, though, than touchdowns, I believe. Derek Romero, our leading rusher here, 866 yards on the season, 9 touchdowns. David Bailey, our leading wide receiver, with 45 catches for 731 yards. Only 1 TD, though, on the season. Sebastian Willer, though, was second on the list. He had 5 TDs, I believe. You see Joseph Peterson there led the team with tackles, 83, 13 for a loss. And we're going to go ahead and advance, and Chip Nolan, head coach Chip Nolan, gets a contract extension. 5-year extension, an early one for going 6-6. We have improved every year since starting this series, and we'll go ahead and look at the coaching carousel now. And you can see the main 2 big things here. LSU, Les Miles was fired, failing to meet expectations, and Bob Stoops also was fired for failing expectations. And we'll go through the head coach position or coaching changes here. And you can see some big ones here. What do we have here? We have Hawaii and Idaho fired their head coaches. What else here? The LSU Les Miles firing was big. Also, we have Missouri's head coach was fired. Oklahoma, Bob Stoops, he was fired. Penn State, they fired their head coach as well. South Alabama fired their head coach, which is in the Sun Belt division here. And just scrolling through these last few head coaching changes here, it doesn't look like anything new here. Some head coaches leaving for some new jobs there, though. And we will go ahead and advance here to players leaving. And you can see the list here for Georgia State. Everybody here that's leaving is leaving for graduation. You can see we're losing a lot of good players here. Kyle Gary, we're going to lose our backup quarterbacks here and a backup running back as well. So we're going to have to try to bring in some new players here. Joseph Peterson, the middle linebacker, also leaving. And you can see TJ Yeldon for Alabama. We got some draft results here. Yeldon was first round. Mike Evans, Johnny Manziel leave Texas A&M, and they are first round picks. Brent Hundley, the Heisman winner from last season or this season, left for the draft. Melvin Gordon, second round pick from Wisconsin, gets taken. So we'll go ahead and look at transfer requests. And we have 2 new players coming into Georgia State. We have Samson McNeil, defensive tackle from Memphis, and that other player there, I didn't get to look there. And we're going to go ahead and look at where we put our last chance points here for recruiting on the board, and we put number 1 there. I think that's David Clark, the tight end. He has really good numbers for receiving and route running and stuff like that. So we're going to go ahead and advance and see who we can pick up in the last chance here to sign. Signing day here, we get wide receiver Alex Lowe, 78 overall, committed to our team. Cornerback Ryan Meyer, Donald Clark. So we get 5 more recruits here, and actually, I believe, as we're looking through the list here, we missed out on a few players here. I probably could have spread the points around a little bit better here to pick up some more players, but I think we overall had a good recruiting class here, as we're going to go ahead and take a look at the top classes here. And Georgia State is 86 overall. We got 2 4-star recruits, 5 3-star, so an 86 overall, not bad. We'll go ahead and move to position changes here, and we're going to move, who is this? Alex Lowe. They said wide receiver, but we're going to move him to free safety. We also have Ryan Meyer, the athlete. We're going to move him to strong safety, as that was a better choice. We're kind of stacked right now at the receiver position, as you'll see later on here. And we have training results here. David Reynolds, +4 overall, and throw power and throw accuracy. Throw accuracy +3 overall to an 85. Derek Romero +4 overall to an 81. His speed's up to a 94 here. And you can see our backups here, Lamont George and Marcus Culver, I think that was, or But here is where you're going to see the training results. Marcus Jackson, he's the transfer, I believe, that came in. He might have been the transfer that came in a year ago, and he had to sit out last year, so he would be in there. He is our top-rated receiver. Tanner Strickland back. He is +5 overall, up to an 80. Quincy Randolph +5 overall, up to an 82 overall there. And Micah Anderson +5, up to an 87 overall at defensive tackle. So we have a standout there. And looking at the overall training results here, Micah Anderson, our #1 overall player. And you can see that we have 2 wide receivers, Marcus Jackson and David Bailey there, up there at the top of the list as well. As we go through this list here, you can see Moore there is a +4 overall to a 75. So he's our #3 receiver. And you also have Otis Davis, +3 overall. We also have let's see, who do we got? Will Cunningham there, +3 overall to a 69. So this team overall is getting very much better than it was before. We just have to fill in a few spots here, maybe the defense. We're going to move up to cut players here, and we will be cutting Antoine McKnight here, wide receiver, since we are so stacked at the wide receiver position. That would still leave us with 6, I believe. Michael Moby here, we will cut the center here. We already have 2 there. And Chad Ward, right guard, is he going to get cut? He will get cut. He's a 55 overall. 4 more to go. We had a lot of people to cut this year. We had 77 players on the roster. We're down to 73 now. Joe Meyer here, 51 overall, gets cut. And Chuck Smith, strong safety, will get cut as well. 1 more player to cut here, and it is going to be Donald Sims. We don't need 2 punters on this team. So we'll move into custom conferences here, and I didn't change anything with our conference. I moved some other conference teams around. All I did was rename the divisions to Sun and Bell. And one other thing I did was BCS bowl games. They're all at large now, so it's a free-for-all for the BCS games now. And we will move on to our preseason for year 4. We're going to go ahead and redshirt some players here. Mark Barnes, we are going to redshirt you and save you for later for next year. Buck Holt, 67 overall, we will redshirt you. Kevin Howard, we are going to redshirt you as well. And Justin Lewis, the strong safety, probably one of our top recruits here, 71 overall, we will redshirt you as well. And then we will move into custom schedules. Everyone wants to know the Georgia State schedule. And we open up with Kentucky on the road, back home to face off against UTSA. Then the Georgia game in week 4, Louisiana Monroe, Middle Tennessee State, South Alabama, and the rest you see there. So up next will be the start of year 4. I'm not going to show any recruiting in this episode. I'll show more of that in the next episode. I did do some though. So if you like this episode, give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and we'll catch you guys in the next episode.